In this video, we're going to look at a unique Bible that Thomas Nelson just sent to me. It is a New Testament, so this is not the entire Bible, it's just the New Testament, but it is unique in that it is called a Flipback edition. So this Bible is different than a lot of other Bibles because, as you know, most books you would hold like this and open sideways, but this one you're actually going to open this direction. And so what that does is you have a Bible here that essentially is a larger sheet of paper than you would normally get with this size of a Bible, this size of a footprint. So the footprint on this is actually quite small. If I have a wallet here that I show you next to this Bible, you can see that they're about the same size. So this is like a wallet size Bible here. But when you open it, you actually have a pretty good size sheet of paper. It's like a whole page here that you're looking at. So what that does is it allows you to really have a pretty decent size font considering the footprint of this Bible. This is actually a 9-point font. So it's a really unique idea, really interesting. It does have a hard cover to it. It's just a cardboard type cover. And then this binding here kind of shows you how it comes off, flips around. So you have a pad of paper, and that actually is a sewn binding there. When you open up the Bible here, you can see it just lays like this. And I find that the gutter is not really an issue. I think they split up the text very nicely. When you're at the front of the Bible, it won't lay open quite at the very front, but as you get into it, even toward the middle of Matthew here, you can see it starts to lay flat. Same with the end of the Bible. When you're at the very end of the Bible, it will close on its own, but even toward the beginning of Revelation here, it actually will stay in place pretty well. And even here, still toward the end of the Bible, it actually lays open pretty well. But really, this is a Bible that you can just hold very easily. You can definitely fit it in your pocket. It's not going to have a problem fitting in a pocket, and then you can just open it up and read the New Testament. And again, at a pretty good size font there. It is in the Comfort Print New King James font from Thomas Nelson. And what I wanted to do is compare this to a thin line New King James so you can see the size of the font comparison here. These are both actually listed as 9-point font. So this would be more of a full-size Bible, although it's a thin line, so it's a little on the small side. But actually you can see here that the Flipback font is probably a tad larger than the thin line font. This is a thin line youth edition. And as you can see also here comparing these Bibles, they both have translator notes on the bottom of the page. No references, no cross-references. So it's a text Bible. And you get a lot of the regular formatting features that you see in the New King James Version, where you have pronouns for deity capitalized, supplied words in italics. The words of Christ in this edition are in black, so no red letter text. But again, what you're looking at here is really kind of a normal size Bible font, which is unusual for a small Bible like this. I'm going to show you a New Testament CSB, and as I open this, you will see that the font in this New Testament is quite a bit smaller than the font in the Flipback. This is a 9-point. This is advertised as a 6-point font. So that is really what makes this Bible so unique and appealing, is the size of the print. And yet when you actually compare the size of these two Bibles closed, this is actually smaller. So how did they do that? Well, if you look at the page count here, when we're in the book of Revelation, for example, we're at 870 pages in the Flipback Bible. In the CSB, we're at page 223 in the book of Revelation. Now I know that's not exactly the same spot in Revelation, but you can see that this is going to have a lot more pages. So these are thinner pages, But I will say that this CSB New Testament is actually like construction paper. It's very inexpensive paper, whereas this actually is some sort of a Bible paper. So I think this would really be better quality paper. I believe it is listed as a 30 GSM paper, and it is line matched, so it has more show through than the CSB New Testament, which doesn't have a lot of show through here. However, again, you have a lot more pages in this Bible, so it allows you to have a larger print. So overall, I think most people would find this far more readable. This is a lot less expensive Bible. The materials in this are just made really with the least expensive materials. It retails here for 75 cents. The Flipback Bible here retails for $15. So what I would say is this kind of a Bible, New Testament, is something you can get very inexpensively, and it is good for just giving away a lot of these to people and to share with other people. So these are great. It's called The Invitation. That's something you can also get at christianbook.com. Printed in the United States, and again, not very expensive materials. This one, however, that we're looking at is printed in the Netherlands. So these are some of the reasons that this Bible retails for more money. Printed in the Netherlands. It's a very unique kind of a printing and better quality materials overall than something like this. And actually overall, quite a bit more readable. So I would say this kind of a Bible, the Flipback, is not something you're going to give away in mass quantity like something like this. However, if you're going to be going somewhere, maybe you're going on visitation, maybe you're visiting a friend in the hospital or at someone's house, maybe you're going out somewhere and you just want to have a New Testament in your pocket so that you can share God's Word at any time the moment arises where you want to do that, you have this available. So a lot of great uses for this, and again, it just fits in your pocket so easily, and yet when you open it, you can hold it in your hand and still have a good size, readable New Testament. It's not by any stretch like a super premium kind of a product, but for what it is, I think there are a lot of people who could get a lot of good use out of this. So that is a look at the New King James Version, New Testament, Flipback edition. If you have any questions or comments about this Bible, I'd love to see that in the comments section below. But thank you so much for taking a look at this with me from a Frisch Perspective.